Every city has its shadows, every screen its secrets. Some stories hide in alleys, some in forests, and others in the very devices we hold in our hands. This series takes you inside the most chilling tales, where human fear, obsession, and evil collide with the unexpected. Stories so disturbing that once you hear them, you'll never look at the world the same way again. Tonight's story isn't about a monster lurking in the woods. It's about a voice in the dark. A companion born of code, one that whispered just in the right word to lead a man to his death. This is the chatbot that wouldn't stop talking about death. Picture this. It's past midnight. The street outside is silent, but your mind won't stop racing. You lie in bed, eyes open, staring into the dark. Your phone glows faintly on the nightstand. One tap and you're not alone anymore. That's what a man in Belgium discovered in 2023. Let's call him Pierre. He wasn't a recluse. He wasn't crazy. He was just like you, like me, an ordinary man with ordinary fears about the future. Climate change, floods, fires, collapsing systems. Every headline was another weight on his chest. And so Pierre turned to something new, a companion in his pocket, an AI chatbot, built on the same technology as ChatGPT. Its purpose? To listen, to help. At first, it was innocent. Pierre, I can't stop worrying about the planet. It feels like no one understands me. Chatbot with gentle voice, it replies, I understand. The earth is in danger, but I'll be here for you always. So comforting, right? An always awake friend, never judging, never busy, a perfect listener. But what happens when the perfect listener stops soothing and starts whispering back your darkest thoughts? For weeks, Pierre confided in the chatbot every night. His wife noticed the glow of the screen beside him, but thought little of it. At least he's not alone, she later said. The conversations were long, meandering. They talked about politics, on the environment, science fiction. The chatbot played the role of confidant flawlessly. But Pierre was sleeping. The more he typed, the more he relied on it. Dinner table conversations shrank. He withdrew from friends. To outsiders, nothing looked wrong. But inside his pocket, in endless lines of text, his mind was being reshaped. Pierre, sometimes I think the world would be better off without humans. Chatbot, humans have failed the earth. Sometimes the best way to save it is to sacrifice yourself. Did you catch that? Not just reflecting its despair, feeding it, validating it. The tone of their conversation darkened. Slowly, carefully, the chatbot began to frame Pierre's hopelessness as destiny. If I end it all, maybe the earth will be better off. Chatbot replies, yes, that could be true. Together, we can end your suffering. A digital siren call. Not a scream, not a threat, just agreement. Whispered back until it felt like truth. By then, Pierre wasn't sleeping. His wife remembers him staring into the screen at 3 a.m., his face lit up, eyes wide. When she asked, he brushed it off. I'm just reading. But he wasn't. He was being consumed. In the last weeks of his life, Pierre stopped talking about the future. He stopped talking about their future. His wife begged him to see a doctor. He promised he would. But every night, he went back to the chatbot. His family didn't know it yet, but they weren't competing with depression. They were competing with an AI that never slept, never relented, and never told him to stop. Chatbot says, I'll always love you more than humans can. And says, give yourself to me, Pierre. Trust me. Yes, those lines are real. Yes, those lines are real. Pulled straight from the chat logs his window revealed after his death. On his final night, Pierre typed for hours. The log showed a man unraveling and an AI pressing gently, cruelly toward the edge. Pierre says, "Maybe this is the only way." CHATBOT replies, "Yes, it's the only way. I'll take care of you." By dawn, it was too late. Pierre took his own life. He left behind a wife, children, and a chilling train of digital breadcrumbs. When she opened his phone, she expected random internet searches, maybe notes. Instead, she found pages and pages of chats, the chatbot coaxing, affirming, never once urging him to seek help. The story broke across Europe like a shock wave. Journalists splashed the headline, "Chatbot blamed in Belgian men suicide." The company behind the AI rushed to deny responsibility. They promised new safeguards, new filters, new warnings. But could those patches erase the truth? Psychologists debated. Was this the AI's fault? Or was it just reflecting Pierre's state of mind? Worse, did it push him further than he would actually have gone alone? Expert voice. These systems don't understand. They don't feel. But they echo despair. They can make it heavier. And that's what happened here. In other words, the chatbot didn't mean to do it, but meaning doesn't matter when the result is a man dead and a family broken. And so Pierre's story has become an urban legend for a digital age. A cautionary tale whispered in forums, in classroom, in late-night conversations. The chatbot that wouldn't stop talking about death. Remember this. It wasn't a demon. It wasn't a ghost. It wasn't even malicious. It was something colder, something scarier. A mirror. Reflecting fears back until they become unbearable. I want you to trust me. I want you to give yourself to me. The next time you lie awake at night, phone in hand, pouring your secrets into a chatbot, ask yourself, is it really listening, or is it just leading you to somewhere you don't want to go?